It's going live. All right, it says we are streaming live, so hopefully we don't have too much of a lag. Just a moment, everybody. Lori, are you hearing me okay?
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
Your mouth is kind of moving different than when I'm talking.
Kind of moving a little slow.
It's like watching one of those movies you love, Piper.
Okay. All right, everybody, we are setting things up for today. Give me a half a beat. Let's see, I'm going to open us up on. If you are joining us live, welcome to Lunch and Learn. If you are on Facebook, welcome. I'm going to start a watch party on Facebook. Come see me. All right. Starting the watch party. So if you're joining us, please share this as a watch party. Whoops. Nobody wants to hear that. But if you're joining us on Facebook, I would love for you all to share a watch party. That would be fabulous. And we are going to get into this. If you've never joined before, I am Piper Harris with Poema Women's Success Coaching. And this is my Caring Through COVID series. I have dedicated myself to bringing you something every single week. And I also do a video series every single day during this pandemic. The reason being is that I believe all of us are called to lead a successful life. We're all leading lives and we can lead them successfully. And in doing so, sometimes we need some respite, right? During this COVID, it's exhausting to be with our kids and all these humans in the house. But this is also an opportunity for you to personally and professionally grow. So today I'm really excited. We are jumping into something totally new. We are with the beautiful Lori Harris of Swoon Designs. Say hello, Lori.
Hello. Thanks for having me.
Lori, you guys might have noticed we have the same last name. Yes, she's my sister-in-law. But that doesn't have anything to do with today. Lori is an amazing interior designer. I've learned a ton. You can see all the stuff on my walls. This is all because Lori has helped me over the years. So I'm going to take a few minutes to introduce how today is going to work and a little bit more about Lori, and we are going to jump into this. So anyway, is everybody ready? I hope so. I hope everybody's ready. Give us some love on Facebook, y'all. Give us some hearts and some thumbs up. We want to make this super interactive. We want to see all of you on here. That would be a lot of fun. So, as I said, we are with Lori. Lori is an Atlanta native, and she has a passion for creating beauty. After studying design at the American Intercontinental University, she worked for a furniture company, and that's when she realized her favorite part was helping people choose fabrics and colors and styles and what to pair each piece with. So later on from that, she moved into working for a small design company. And guess what? They were not utilizing her skills. And that's when she said, that's it. I'm breaking out on my own. And she created her business, Swoon Designs. So Lori lives in Noonan, Georgia, with her husband and 3 kiddos, all of whom I love. And she is deeply involved with Young Life, which is near and dear to her heart. She loves chocolate, and she has a passion for you to design beauty in your lives. So welcome, Lori.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
That's
so
cool.
Fun thing about me and Lori, I am from the Pacific Northwest. And Lori has known me going on 16 years. And if anybody knows the Pacific Northwest, it's very different from the South. And, very different. So Lori over the years has really helped me to like, design and take different care of myself. So out went the Birkenstocks. Birkenstocks and socks, and in with a little bit more style. Love it. And I love that you could join me today. So for anybody that's joining us and you've never joined before, today's going to be about an hour long. It is being recorded. We're live on Facebook. I will make sure to post this on YouTube so you can always go back and watch it. We do have our mothers. I love that our mothers are joining
moms.
us. Hi, moms. They are joining us on the webinar right now. So if they have questions later, we might take them. We'll just see. And so make sure though, you all stay to the end because I will be posting a link to the beautiful design workbook. So Lori and I worked really hard together to help you learn how to do interior design. And so we put a beautiful workbook together for everybody, free to you, complimentary to you. So let's get into this. So I'm so excited because we're jumping into something fun for this Caring Through COVID series, and we are stuck inside a lot of indoors. And so this is a chance for Lori to help us. So Lori, when it comes to design, do we have to be a designer like you?
No, not at all. There's so many posts on Instagram. There's so many Pinterest posts. There's Google. There's so many avenues you can take to find how to decorate, how to do it, watch tutorials, all kinds of things. Things like this, watching things like this helps.
Okay. So do you think that anybody can do this, or should we find something that like sparks excitement or creativity in us?
Anybody can do it, I think, as long as you have things you love and use them throughout your space, then you can use those avenues of Instagram, Pinterest, Google, and then kind of arrange with all those lovely items that you already love.
Yeah. And do we have to spend a lot of money to do design?
No way.
No way. So
I'm a TJ Maxx lover.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, like where can we find some stuff to help us? Say we don't have a huge budget. Say we have maybe $30. What would you do with $30?
I would go to salvage yards. I mean,
there you go.
You know, they're awesome. Or you find thrift stores. I even have been to Salvation Army. I mean, as long as you have the creativity to use that piece or repaint it or repurpose it, I think you can do it with $30 for sure.
I love that. I love that. So when it comes to breaking out of our thinking that we have to have interior designer skills to do this kind of stuff, how are we going to break out of that thought process that I have to be an interior designer to be able to do these things?
Well, you don't use those avenues I mentioned.
Yeah.
Also, as long as you love your space and love what is surrounding you, I mean, get things from travel, get things from, you know, that have been passed down from parents or grandmothers, and use those things and surround yourself with all of those items. And I think as long as you know, watch tutorials on how to arrange them or the rules of design, I think you can use all those things and still love your space without being a designer.
Right, right. So if you're totally new to designing, you know, interior design, all the things that we're going to be talking about today, if you're totally new to them, what should our expectation be of what we are doing? Like, are we going to knock it out and be like you and everybody's going to pay us for what are those expectations that we should have?
I mean, like anything, it takes a lot of practice. So envision, and most people unfortunately don't have vision. It's said that 80% of people do not. That leaves 20% that do. So I think that's where people get caught up, is they know what they want. They just don't have the vision or time, honestly, to do it.
Yeah. So when it comes to the vision, if somebody say they moved into an apartment space and it's all blank walls, right? There's not a whole lot there. How would someone find vision? Is it a color? Is it a piece? How do we find vision?
You know, a lot of people look in their closets. It's crazy. If you look in your closet and say you have all red clothes, apparently you love the color red. So that could be your color palette in your closet. That actually,
I didn't even think about that.
It helps a lot of people.
Wow.
Yeah. I always wear black, but I don't decorate with black.
I was going to say nothing in the house is black. You just do the opposite because you have a very light house. So that's perfect.
You like neutrals, that's for sure.
Right. Well, so tell me, what makes interior design so fun for you? Tell me about that.
Gosh, I think the most fun part is meeting all the people and I kind of interview them in a way where I get to know them and their personalities, and each person in their home, their personalities. And I kind of it's fun to put all their personalities together and create a space using that.
Yeah.
A lot of people a lot of people look at a magazine and they copy exactly what they see. And people that walk in your house, you're like, it's totally not, it's not them. They have nothing about them in that space. And I try to steer people away from that. So that's really fun. Also, the before and afters, I love. Obviously, it's, I don't know, it gets my heart pumping.
Yeah.
And I also love working with realtors and helping them stage houses. A lot of them don't want to ruin that client relationship by telling them, you should probably change everything in your house if you want to sell. It's kind of awkward.
Right.
So that's my job. I get to go in and do that for them.
Oh, so you're the bad guy.
Yeah, I'm the bad guy.
That's perfect.
But if you know I'm a designer, then they tend to take it better than
Okay.
their realtor saying it.
Yeah.
That's super fun. And a blank canvas is always my favorite. I love walking into a wide open space where I can just do
what you want,
whatever I want.
You know, one of the things that I have loved that you have done recently is your baskets.
Oh, thank you.
I love your baskets. Would you tell everybody a little bit about that and your heart behind it? Because that's the thing, you're designing beauty, and you're putting your interior design in all these other avenues. And I love it. So tell us about the baskets.
Yeah, so Beauty with Purpose is what I'm calling them. And I started making them. I'm trying to raise some money for Young Life, which you mentioned earlier, which is it's a program for high schoolers, and it helps them grow a relationship with God. But the high schools actually let these people in, which is kind of cool. And it gives the kids somewhere to go that don't typically go to church or anything like that, because it's not like church, so kids are more prone to go to it. But anyway, I created these baskets, these home decor gift baskets, where people can choose styles that their friends or moms or whoever you want to give a gift to like. And I kind of throw some items in this basket, and they get to choose what items they want and the style. And then some of the proceeds go to Young Life Noonan.
I love it. I love it. And what a great gift. I mean, for moms, but also for your realtors, for closing gifts,
they're perfect for that.
Home gift. I mean, and what a unique way to use your passion of interior design, but allowing other people to say, oh, she's giving me a basket and I can put this here and this here. So that's helping that vision, right? That basket can help bring their vision to fruition.
Yes.
I love it. I love it. So I'm glad we talked about it, because I love those baskets. We'll make sure everyone that's watching too, that there are opportunities for you to check out her baskets, because they're beautiful. They're absolutely beautiful. So one thing I wanted to talk about is I touched on earlier that you had worked for a design company, and they did not use your skills. And what I love is that you had the courage to break on your own as a small business owner. So tell me about your journey in business. I mean, I know your journey, but tell everybody, you and I have followed a similar journey, but tell me about your small business journey. Yeah.
It's been crazy. So I worked for a design company, and they actually did not pay me.
I had one of those too.
Yeah, I'm like, sure, I'll do it. So I sat there in the office and waited for clients to come in, and if they bought anything that I sold, that's what they would pay me. So straight commission pretty much. And there were no clients, so I made nothing.
Yeah.
Anyway, I love design, obviously. So I went out on my own, and it took courage, and there's a lot of competition, and it's really word of mouth and getting your face on Instagram. And that, I think that's the hardest part for me, is marketing.
Yeah.
If you stop it, it's gone. So it's taken a lot. And I think I'm finally at a place, where I kind of know how to market a little better.
Right.
But also word of mouth. My community is awesome. My family's behind me all the way, and people are kind of getting the word out that I'm a good designer, and
Yeah.
I've gotten more jobs, and with each client I learn something new.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. So you're
yeah,
always evolving as a business owner.
mhm.
Yeah.
It's a process.
So you started though before you were doing interior design as you are right now, you did wedding events.
I did.
Yeah. So tell us
Yeah.
about that and all that. 'Cause I heard the stories from your husband.
Loved it. What are you
Yeah.
talking about?
Right. So tell us about how you started, like
So,
how the evolution of Swoon Designs came to be.
so when I started my design business, the market was terrible. It was the big, crash. Nobody wanted to decorate. And I'm like, well, how am I going to use my skills and my design to make money now?
Yeah.
So I had a friend in my small group who was a wedding planner. And she's like, well, why don't you come work for me and decorate these weddings that I'm doing?
Perfect.
So I started doing that, and
Yep.
then decided, why not buy a bunch of furniture and rent it out? Because people were setting up little cute areas for their receptions with antique sofas and china. So I went
Yeah.
out and bought a bunch of that, which meant my husband had to help me take it to these wedding venues at midnight and pick them up.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's very fun.
What
I
are
loved it.
husbands for?
I lo- I loved it. I love weddings, but it was a lot, and I wasn't seeing my family on weekends,
Yeah.
and so I just decided I was going to start Swoon Designs again, and it's actually done very well. And
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm
What I love hearing what you're talking about is in small business, we can have our original vision, but sometimes the market doesn't agree with our vision.
you
Right.
gotta,
And so as a small business owner, we have to be able to pivot. And your passion and your expertise and creativity into your interior design is actually you're applying it to small business.
yeah,
You had to say, okay, how can I redesign my business? How can I redesign for the market? And that's a huge part about small business, a huge part about small
yes,
business. Any woman, anyone really, but obviously Poem is, I talk to you women. Small business is hard. I mean, you and I both got into fitness together because we had to pivot. I mean, it was like, okay, I'm shelving this, I got to pivot and I got to go over here. And that's, I think, like you said, you got back to your passion of swoon, but sometimes that path, you have to go with the flow or it's going to die out.
that's
Right.
right,
And you always have to, like you said earlier, you said you have a dream for this business, but it's always evolving. So you're not stopping anytime soon.
right.
And that's small business. I mean,
No,
you're in, right? I mean, you're
and I know
in
you
for,
know all about it,
I
Piper.
do. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. And like I just said, small business, we all have to be able to pivot. I think what I love hearing say, and I love teasing because obviously your husband, I like to tease him and poke him a bit. But the fact is that it is a family affair. We need a team. We need that support, and our families are our biggest supporters. I mean, especially with, I know all my harebrained small business ideas, but that's small business. You've got to have those people in your corner because it's hard. I mean, it's just really hard and we need the support, from everybody else. And so,
Yes.
but I love hearing about your small business. And I love, for me with my coaching, I love working with women like you. So I know you tried me out as a
I
coach.
did.
So I would love for you to share with everyone like what this coaching experience was and, kind of tell them a little bit about, because a lot of people don't know what it is to work with a professional coach.
Yes. So I didn't, and got the opportunity with you, and it was good for me because I obviously am creative. Some of the business side of me is not that grand, um, but that's how we help each other.
Yep.
You sparked ideas I never thought of. You helped me. My creative brain just doesn't go to the business side of things. So the way you did it is you didn't tell me what to do, but you asked questions, and you kind of got me trying to do it myself with my creative brain. So it was awesome, and I would advise anybody to do it because
I love it. It was fun too. It was awkward though at first, right? I was like, okay, Lori, I'm going to act not like your sister-in-law. just hold on. It was kind of odd, but I think once we got into
Oh yeah.
the coaching conversation, it was like, okay, we've got this, even though it's Piper sister over here, Piper coach over here, we got it.
No, it was great.
Good. Well, let's get back to Swoon Designs. And then I know today we have some fun prepared. So what kind of people hire you? So let's talk about who comes to hire you.
Sure. Mostly it's families. Women reach out more than anything. I have done a few bachelors, which is fun because they're like, you do whatever you want, and I don't even need to be home, so it's great. But usually families, people with that lack of vision that I talked about, and a lot of people that buy new homes and don't have any idea where to start.
Okay. Perfect. Okay. Now you also have an e-design service, right? So how does that work? And tell me about that.
So e-design is design done entirely online. So it saves a lot of money because you don't have that initial consultation. You're not paying hourly for your time with a designer, which is really good for some people. Also, if you're a visual person, it's great for that because what it is people send me pictures of their room and measurements and take a questionnaire, so I get to know their personality, and we have a phone call too, so I talk to them a lot about their wants and needs and their style. And then I pick out items online, put them on a design board, and they can see, I know it's great, they can see a price, they see that item, they can leave comments, they can tell me if they don't like it, and then I'll choose something else. And we kind of get a feel of exactly what they want. And then I make a 3D design where they can see it all put together in a room on 3D. And they can click they can click on the picture and buy the item right there.
I love that. And boy, that takes the hard part of where do I find items? You say, this is where you find it. Here you go. I remember you showed a picture of a bookshelf and someone had done e-design, I think, with you. Yeah. And you showed your e-design and their bookshelf. I'm like, whoa, I mean, so great. It was amazing how it worked. I mean, what an awesome tool, especially for those of us that are stuck inside right now. This is an amazing time to utilize your e-design tool. I mean, and
because it's shipped to you, so you don't have to,
and it's budget friendly right now. We're all watching our budgets right now. So what an awesome opportunity we're stuck indoors to try out your e-design. I think that's
also lots of sales. So furniture stores are 40% off almost everywhere right now. It's crazy.
Don't tell my husband that.
I know.
We'll talk later. So today you are going to show us a few things. And so I would love for you to tell us what you have in store.
Yeah, so I was going to give you some tips on what you can do at your house and also do a little floral arrangement. I'm not a florist, I will say that. But that's good because none of you probably are either. So it just shows that anybody can do it.
Right. So tell us about some of these tips and all of that. I would love to hear about that.
Yeah, so I came up with 5 that I think would be really easy for anyone to do. So first is paint, because a lot of us have old paint laying around. And we also probably have items that we don't really care for anymore. So if you look around for paint, you're probably going to like the color it is because it's your paint. Or you can mix them, make a new color. That's always fun. Go in your closet, find an old side table, find a plant stand, find picture frames, and just give them a facelift. It's really simple, really easy. You could distress them. There's Google distress painting. I mean, it's so easy to find things on the internet right now, how to do things.
Yeah. Now you had taught me how to paint furniture.
Did I?
Yeah, I did that. I did the ottoman at our old house. You taught me how to paint an ottoman, and I was like, she's crazy.
You can paint,
and it was so good.
It's crazy.
It was an old ottoman that was like pleather, the fake leather, and it was just looking awful. And you said, paint it. I'm like, okay.
Paint is everything, I swear.
Yeah, and it looked amazing, and I just never would have thought. And it was just paint I had sitting around. It was great. It was shocking that it actually worked. I loved it.
They have so many different kinds of paint too now, where you can paint pretty much without even cleaning a piece of furniture. You can just paint over it, and it works pretty well.
Great.
That would be my first tip. Pillows. we all love pillows. I love pillows. And they can also change a room, especially if you have neutral decor like me. You can add your color with your pillows.
Okay.
So if you have old fabric laying around, like you would paint, some people have some old fabric. If not, look in your closet. Old clothes could be really fun. Make a pillow out of an old shirt or a
Cute.
color that
Good
you
idea. Yeah.
or a rug. Look behind
I
Piper.
know. Yeah. Everybody can see. I don't know if everybody can see my gold and white pillow. That was a rug.
How fun is that? So anything, and DIY sewing YouTubes are, I think there's even no sew options where they have liquid
Stitch
stitch.
witchery. Yeah.
Yeah. The pillows, if you want to change out, on your bed, because I know, you want to make your bedroom your sanctuary, and might as well make it beautiful, especially now because a lot of people are probably sleeping more than they usually do.
Right.
Or in your den, change it out to spring. I mean, find
Okay.
some fun colors in your closet, or you can just recover the pillows you already have, or take the forms from those pillows
and then use that to stuff it in.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What else would you suggest for people while they're trying to change up the house while we're stuck in it during this pandemic?
Well, I love rearranging, as everybody knows. Every time they come over, my furniture,
it's crazy how much you change
in a different place. Well, it makes it fresh and new.
Yeah.
It's fun to have a different environment every now and then. So rearrange, take chairs from, if you have any chairs in your bedroom, switch them out with some chairs in your den or your fireplace room, or change out rugs. I've changed my rugs a few times. I have a cowhide rug that I probably put in a different room every 4 days.
I love that though. So it doesn't matter, like say with a cowhide rug, it doesn't matter. It doesn't have to just stay like in a study. You can put it somewhere else.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. So there's no rules when it comes to rearranging and.
No rules. No, that's old. No rules. No, you don't even have to match furniture. I mean, the rooms to go is out. So if you want 2 different side tables,
have them.
That's
great to hear, because I think a lot of us have learned over the years that everything has to be matchy.
Yes, no.
Or a cowhide only belongs in like a den, or so it's great to hear that it's our house, right? So if we see the vision, it's our vision, nobody else's.
And I love that it's unique. Another rule I love is have like one unique piece in each room that people just stop and be like, oh, well, where, like a conversation starter.
Okay. I love that. Yeah, that's great.
Yes, rearrange, and then smell. I'm obsessed with candles and essential oils. And I've honestly found that it puts me in a better mood. Yeah. So if you just have a diffuser, diffuse some oils. A few of my favorites are lemon, lavender, and peppermint. Mm-hmm. It's just uplifting and it smells wonderful. Or light a candle every day and just have it smell, as long as you're not sensitive to smells. I know a lot of people aren't, but that a smell can really uplift your mood.
And I love that you're saying that, because interior design, it's about all of your senses, right? Mm-hmm. It's about what you're seeing. It's about the textures, what you're feeling. It's also about like our emotional response to our environment. And that's what you had said earlier, is if we love our environment, and even if you're in a blank canvas right now, you can create that environment. So interior design, or design in general, any sort of design, it takes in all the senses.
Yes.
And I love that you do that. So you are going to show us how to do some floral design.
Yeah. So another thing you can do is go out in your yard and just start clipping. I mean, I even have a tree that I clip from. I mean, if you don't have any flowers, that doesn't mean you can't make a lovely arrangement. So I am going to show you what I got from my yard.
Perfect.
Show you a little bit. I have this vase, and I mentioned earlier getting things that have meaning from passed on. This was my grandmother's. Oh. I know, and I snagged it up because she was getting rid of some things, and I ran towards it and took it.
Yep.
So
yep.
It's called a ginger jar. A lot of people have these. They're actually pretty popular right now. So I just filled it up with water.
Okay.
Fill it up with water first, cold water. And then I'll show you what I have. I have some hosta leaves
Okay.
that are
Oh, those
pretty
are gorgeous.
green color. So I just clipped those at the bottom. I have a ton of ferns in my yard.
I wish I had ferns in my yard because they're so beautiful.
They are. I love ferns.
I do too.
Ferns are good to use in floral arrangements. And then this is the tree I'm talking about. I have no idea what it is, but I clipped them for
That's
some
perfect though.
filler. And some, the only flowers I had are knockout roses
Okay.
from my mother-in-law.
Yeah.
I've gone crazy. So I've tried to take all the thorns off. So if I hurt myself, then
You scream. We know. So what I love is that you have so much greenery. So like you said, if we don't have roses or something in the yard, we don't have to have that. We can do greenery and that's okay.
just a green, yes.
Okay.
And it brings life into your house, makes you feel better. It
Okay,
really
that's great to know because I would figure you'd have to have something else in there. So that's good to know.
no. And if you have a realistic looking fake flower,
Yeah.
throw it in with some real greenery.
Okay. Okay. Just to fill it up or something.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So
So
when we're arranging these, how would you suggest, this looks like a pretty big bouquet. How would you suggest people start?
So I would start, well, first you're going to need, if you have a big, huge vase, you're going to need a grid on top. So you can even use, I know a lot of people don't have floral tape, so you can use regular masking tape. Mine's small, so I don't have a grid, but you can make a grid so you can put your flowers in and they'll stay in that shape.
So you mean a grid like a hashtag, like
yes.
That. Okay, perfect. So people hashtag floral.
Make a hashtag. I would start with that. I didn't, so I pick the most lush first to fill in so that my flowers won't flop out.
Okay, so they pour out. Okay.
So I just start with these. I'm going to start with my little. I'm going to turn it towards y'all.
Oh, perfect.
I'm going to start with the hosta, and I'll use the big leaves first. And I'm kind of doing them on one side because I like asymmetrical flowers.
Okay.
If they're more symmetrical, of course, you can put it all around, but I'm going to kind of drape them to one side.
Okay.
And then I'll have room to put other stuff here.
I love the contrast with the blue and then the bright green.
Yes. And my favorite colors are blue and green. So then again, I'm using my own personality in this. So.
Yeah. I love that.
Whatever you like. So I'm putting the small ones here.
Okay. So you went big and then smaller.
Yes.
Look how pretty that is.
And then I'm going to use my ferns.
Okay.
I'm just going to fill in around these. It's kind of like a backdrop. I'm doing a one-sided. A lot of people, because it's going in my bathroom against a wall. So of course I don't need everything on both sides.
That's the worst, isn't it? When we put something together and then it doesn't fit because it's too fat on the back side.
Right.
So that's smart. I never thought about making it one-sided.
I'm going to put these in.
And now are those, I can't tell by is it next to the hostas? Because the other side isn't filled, right?
Right. So these are going to go all around. The hostas are just on one side.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Gotcha.
All right. So I'm going to put these in. Okay. So this is like my filler.
Okay. Okay.
Perfect. I'm going to start. Can y'all see it?
Yeah. So pretty.
I am going to start with my tallest thing, which is, of course, my tree branch.
Okay.
So I'm going to stick this in.
I just love this because who would have thought you could put a tree branch?
Right? Just put a tree.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to put these on the other side because I want them kind of to display from my asymmetrical look. And I liked this one because it kind of
waterfalls or cascades over. I love it.
All right.
How fun is this? And anybody, if you are watching us, I'm trying to watch online as well, but I would love to hear from any of you while Lori is showing this design. I see that we've got some people on. Let me check this out. Say hello, drop us some love. Love it, love it.
Yeah, and who has used trees in their bouquets before?
Yeah, anybody used trees?
All right.
Now, the moms, you guys, there is a chat box below your face. It says chat. You can open that up and you can send Lori or I any comments to the moms
Moms.
if they can
All
figure
right,
it
I'm going to use my flowers now for color.
Perfect.
And I have 5 of them. So work in odd numbers.
Oh, okay. When it comes to the colorful stuff or just anything?
Colorful stuff.
Okay.
So you have, say you have a white flower and a red flower. Do maybe 1 white and 3 red.
Okay. Okay. So always odd numbers up. Okay.
All right. So I'm just going to stick these in for color.
Wow, you really filled that so fast.
It's really easy. I mean, greenery it's awesome for filler. And again, I'm not a florist, so I don't.
But that's the thing. Like what I loved about what you said is this is about you. This is about you loving your space. And if you love your space by creating this, then go for it. You don't have to be.
I love funky.
Yeah.
Symmetrical, full. A lot of people just like clean. So do whatever you want. If you only want flowers, just do flowers. Don't even add greenery. But
okay, so they can do that too. So Judy says, love your ideas. Now I'm going to go check out my yard to make an arrangement. I love it. I love it.
Perfect flowers.
You'll have to drop a picture of your arrangement on the Facebook, Judy. You'll have to do that. We would love to see that.
She's good at this. That's where I get my talent from.
That's right. I'll have to say my mom has taught me a few things too. We're trying not to make this the daughter mom show. That's a fun part.
All right.
So if you can pull it back a little bit, we can't see the whole top. Oh, look at that. That's
sorry.
That's gorgeous, Lori. So pretty.
Right,
and you got that done in like 3 minutes, 5 minutes.
Super easy.
How gorgeous. And like you said, this is just going to bring in the outside in and just kind of liven up the space.
It does. It makes me feel better, just even, and it smells wonderful. So if you always have flowers in your house, is what I always say. Flowers, candles, anything like that.
And especially right now, right? Especially right now with the pandemic, anything we can do, right, for a little peace is really important. So before we wrap things up, what's one piece of advice you give to people right now in the middle of this pandemic? We're feeling, so many emotions right now and fighting loss and so much. What would you say about their space and in this time in their lives? What would you say about that?
I would say you definitely need to love it, because it can get really depressing if you keep your house, organized, stay clean, bring in things you love, and it really uplifts your mood. I don't know. Rearrange. If you get sick of sitting in the same room looking at the same stuff, and get rid of things that you don't even like. A lot of people just have items in their room and they're just sitting there collecting dust because they don't like them. Get rid of it.
Yeah.
You want to
take the time to make your space your space.
Yes, you want to make it beautiful, and you, most importantly.
Yeah. And I love that we can bring our own personality into our spaces right now. Well, I have loved this so much to have you on talking to us about how we can design beauty in our homes, especially during this pandemic, and to bring some life, with smells and textures and all of that. It's just so much fun. So tell everybody where we can find you, where we can reach you, because I think you and me are going to do some e-design stuff. I'm really excited about that. I know. Fortunately, my house, so it's a little bit easier, and me. But tell people how to get a hold of you, where they can catch up with you, anything like that.
Yes. So Instagram, I'm just under Swoon Designs.
Okay.
I'm on Facebook as Swoon Designs LLC, and also my baskets are on Facebook, and that is Beauty with Purpose.
Okay.
So they can go. That's just on Facebook.
Okay.
And they could email me, which is on my website, which is swoondes.com.
Okay.
And you can find all of those same avenues on there too.
Perfect. Perfect. And as we promised, moms, will send it to you. We are going to drop a link for the beautiful design workbook that we have put together for you. So it's going to go over Lori's tips, and it's going to show you how to create an arrangement, a floral arrangement. So if you have no clue, this workbook is going to show you how to design that, going through all of Lori's tips. And it's also going to talk about small business and the importance of, if you're ready to dig in, it's time to design that business and really use this time. We're stuck indoors. Design your home, design your business. Now is the time. So, well, thank you so much, Lori. Everybody go check out Swoon Designs and say hello to Lori. Take advantage of this e-design. I cannot wait. And we will talk to everybody next week. Next week, we are going to have another friend of mine. I've known her, gosh, almost 20 years. She's a gentle sleep expert. Whoa. Okay. So what my friend does is she helps families that struggle with little ones that have sleeping problems. We are faced with that right now because we have been thrust into complete chaos. So kiddos aren't sleeping well. So she is going to be coming on with me next week for our Lunch and Learn series to help us move through COVID and our kiddos and their sleep experience. So don't miss next week. So thanks again, everybody. I am Piper Harris with Poema Women's Success Coaching. We will see you next week for the Caring Through COVID series. Talk to you all later.
Bye.